Welcome to 9 Times. So last video, I drew the entrance into this big town that's built into the side of a cliff. Moving on down, we have the spot where the guards make sure you aren't bringing a bomb or something into this precarious town. But today, I wanted to skip over that into these stables here. These are where the town keeps mounts that are publicly available to rent if you need transportation across the desert. They also have a section for privately owned mounts for the people that can afford that kind of thing. These mounts are almost exclusively a creature that's basically a variety of dragon. One I haven't quite designed yet, so that will also be part of this process. The public stables are a little more crowded with more individual spots for creatures, as well as open areas in the green. And the private ones have larger rooms with a larger open area in the middle. Instead of putting these floor plans into perspective like last time, I wanted to do a simple illustration of a scene in the stables. Let's say right around here, looking in this direction. I want to sketch out the idea first so I don't go in totally blind. I already had a general thought of what I wanted the framing to look like. This facility has a staff of full-time caretakers, but they also spend some of their time training the creatures kept here. The scene I want to draw is one of the trainers trying to coax a dragon to come out and play. With that very rough sketch done, I'll upload it and move over to Clip Studio Paint. I'm continuing to figure out the perspective, spacing, and such here. Pretty soon, I came up with the idea of having two things going on at once. One trainer trying to get a dragon out of its room, the other trying to help a dragon work up the courage to fly, or at least to glide. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, these dragons are afraid of heights. That means that when they do fly, it isn't very high off the ground. Either that, or they're like chickens and they can almost fly, which allows them to kind of jump and glide over the canyons in this area of the desert. Let me know in the comments which idea you think would be more fitting. I also decided I would use the shape carving method I've seen some artists use for digital art. Someone like Scott Flanders has some cool stuff about that method. You create shapes with a lasso tool, fill them in, and carve into them with the eraser. I ended up designing the whole dragon using this method, which was quite a stretch for me. I've used this before in my video with the floating prison island, also linked in the description. Obviously my instinct is to sketch things out beforehand, but I really like the shape carving method and really want to get better at it. As you can see from the sketch, I decided to bring back the race of people from my 6th video, which is linked in the description. Now, you might be thinking that I'm inserting these guys in here because I'm not good at drawing humans. And you would be right. It's something I really need to work on, I know. But they live in the desert biome somewhere, so I figure I might as well have some of them working here. You know, as I'm drawing this dude, I realize they're so easy to draw because they look just like those nose and mustache classes. Now that I've seen it, it's hard to unsee. Thanks a ton for watching, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss this fantasy world being put together piece by piece. See you next time.